Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Monday Collective Worship with me, Mr. Bray. I hope you've had a lovely, peaceful weekend and are all set for a busy week of learning, both here in school and at home. Now, as you all know, this half term we are thinking about perseverance, one of our 3 school values, and we've been thinking about how we can persevere to keep going to overcome a difficult challenge. And that links very closely to what we're going to be thinking about today. Because today the topic is Children's Mental Health Week, which is a national event which starts today. We're going to be thinking about this a bit in school this week and as part of some of your home learning as well, kicking things off with this morning's assembly. And you might be asking yourself, what is mental health? Well, we're going to talk about that today, and we're going to talk about how that links to our school value and theme of perseverance. So what is mental health? Well, just like we have physical health, where we might feel unwell or poorly sometimes and maybe need to go to the doctor, we have mental health as well. Sometimes you feel good, but sometimes you don't feel quite so good. Our mental health affects how we think, feel and behave, as it says there. And it's all to do with our feelings. And we all have feelings, of course. We can see in the middle there the picture, the photographs of lots of different children, some looking happy, some looking sad, some looking worried or anxious, some looking maybe a bit frightened, some maybe a bit confused, all sorts of different feelings that we all have all of the time. And when our mental health is good, we feel confident, we feel happy, we feel good about ourselves. When our mental health is not so good, we maybe feel sad or in a bad or low mood. We might worry a bit more than usual. We might not want to do things that we would normally like to do, like seeing our friends. And sometimes it can affect how well we sleep or how well we eat and all those different things in our lives. But we all feel like this some of the time. When it may be more of an issue or a worry is when we don't feel good all of the time. And then we need to ask for help. And asking for help is a really important thing for both children and grown-ups. You can see an image there from The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Maxey. I've shared lots of his pictures and quotes with you in the past, haven't I? Well, this is another one. And you can see it says, "Asking for help isn't giving up," said the horse. "It's refusing to give up." And that's what this week and today's assembly has to do with perseverance. When we ask for help, that's not us failing to persevere, that is us persevering. It's showing that, yes, we are finding something difficult, but we're going to ask for help and work together with somebody or some people to help us get through that. We're not just going to give up. In fact, we're going to persevere, maybe though with the help of some others. And it's really important, isn't it, that we're able to recognise when we need help, whether it's in our learning or in our daily lives, that we ask for help when we need it. Because you never know how someone else is feeling on the inside. Somebody might seem to be happy as anything all the time, but nobody's happy all of the time. And sometimes we smile and laugh and joke to try and cover up how we're feeling. So it's important that we talk to each other so that we get to know how people are feeling. Because if somebody's not feeling at their best, there are things that we can all do to help each other. I think the most important one is kindness. If we all could be kind always, the world would be a wonderful place to be. It's really important, isn't it? And it's such a simple thing. When we're kind, we notice other people. We think about how they feel. We include them in our groups. We don't make anybody feel left out or excluded. We look for ways to help people and make things better for them. And when one person does something kind, it reminds the next person to be kind. Kindness can bounce from one person to another. And we see that all the time, and we feel that all the time, don't we? If somebody's kind to us, it makes us want to be kind back and to be kind to other people and pass it on. And that is a wonderful thing. We've got another image there from Charlie Maxey. "I may forget what you've said, but I'll remember how you made me feel." And that's so true, isn't it? And it goes down to the simplest of things, like I always say to you when we're all in school together and we get our lunches served to us or somebody passes us something. If we say thank you, remember those simple basic manners and show someone that we appreciate them, they will remember that and remember that feeling. And that's really, really important. Gratitude. When gratitude and thankfulness for the small things makes us feel happier and more hopeful. Try taking time out for 1 minute each day to think about some of the things that you are thankful for, like your family, your friends, the sunshine, our school community, all those different things that we're grateful for that are easily taken for granted. If we remember the things that we are fortunate to have in our lives, that can help us to feel better and feel good about things. And there's a little image there from Winnie the Pooh. Piglet noticed that even though he had a very small heart, it could hold a rather large amount of gratitude. So that brings us back to perseverance, and I'm going to introduce another word here as well, and that word is resilience. Perseverance and resilience are all about finding ways to bounce back from difficult times or to get through difficult periods in our lives. Everyone's life has its ups and downs, that can't be avoided, but we can find ways to help the way that we react. So what works for one person might not for another, but different people find different things make them feel good. Playing outside might make you feel less sad. Talking to your parents or carers, to a friend or to a teacher may make you feel less worried about things as well. It's all about finding those things that work for us, that make us feel good and help us to move forward when things get tricky. And you can see Tigger there. Life is not about how fast you run or how high you climb, but how well you bounce. Now, at the moment, everyone, not just even in our school community, but in our wider community across the country, and actually our global community all around the world, everyone is finding things difficult at the moment and is going through something that is challenging, to say the least. Lockdown and the virus have made some of our feelings even harder to manage. Lots of us are worrying about family and spreading the virus to others. We worry about not being able to attend school. We miss seeing our friends and family all the time, hugging them and seeing them like we normally would. And we miss doing fun things like playing sports or going to clubs. Lots of those things are on hold at the moment, and that's really hard. So it's a hard time for us all, and we all have to think about how we can support each other, help each other, and get through it together. Well, I'd like to outline 3 things that I think are really important for that, and really important for all of our mental health and well-being. I said the first one before: be kind always. You are not alone. It's worth remembering that, and that is always important to remember. I've said it many times, but even though school is not fully open like it normally is, and we're not all in the same place all together, we are still a community as a school, and we are still there for each other. Whether we're in the same building or not, we are still a community. And lots of us are going through the same things, aren't we? And that helps to know that, because then we can talk about it with each other. And as I said, it's so important that we ask for help when we need it, and that we talk about our feelings. Sometimes it's easy to bottle things up, but we must talk to each other and help each other. Because if you're worried about something and you talk about it, you'll probably find that other people are too, and that can help you both. And we know there is light at the end of the tunnel, and we will all be back together soon, and we will be able to be together in our school building fully, properly as a school community again very, very soon, we hope. So I want us just to take a moment to reflect upon that and think about what mental health is, reflect on what we've talked about in our collective worship this morning. As always, I'd like to take a moment to be completely silent and still for that reflection, and then I'm going to say a very short prayer. And if you want to make it your own and you agree, you can say Amen at the end. Dear God, help us to look after our own and other people's mental health by being kind, supportive, caring, and considerate of others. Amen. Okay. Thank you for listening so carefully today. I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely week. Please keep sharing your wonderful work with us and all of the things that you're doing at home and outside of school. We love to see them and to hear about those things. And think about what we've discussed today and the ways in which you can be kind to yourselves as well as each other and look after yourselves as well as each other. All the best, everyone. Speak to you very soon. Bye-bye.